The first service has now been complete and I'm slowly getting to know the bike with the aim of dialing in the suspension as one of the first projects. So I've headed out to my favourite test track to dial it in. I'm armed with the user's manual and a few tools, and what I'm doing is just moving the clickers as per the manual instructions, and at this stage I'm aiming to set all of the settings for comfort mode, and if I find the suspension is too soft after that, I'll stiffen it up. On a couple of occasions I've been smelling radiator fluid which seems to be dripping onto the exhaust, and after looking at the forums I realised that I need to be checking my hose clamps. So I've gone through the other night and checked my hose clamps. I found that the one on the left hand side upper was actually quite loose. As I mentioned in one of my other videos, it's quite difficult to actually work out how the radiator level is going, because you need to pull the side panel off to actually see the overflow bottle, and also to have a look in the radiator you need to pull the side cover off. Quite difficult. Very poor design in my opinion, especially for something as critical as the water level, and particularly for use in Australia. All of my previous KTM EXCs, the 300, the 450, the 500, have all at one time or another boiled over and I've had to refill them. So I'm hoping that the 790 doesn't suffer from the same problem, especially when we get into the tight stuff. I do note that the fan comes on well before the temperature gauge seems to be rising. I'm hoping that's a good thing. Here's a bike that somebody's dumped out the bush. It's a 1980 era, I think, with the drum brakes and cable clutch, just like the 790. Not that there's anything wrong with that cable clutch, apparently. Some of the KTM 790 forums have mentioned that we should keep an eye on various bolts, and also that the gear shifter bolts have been known to come loose. Anyway, when I headed home I certainly checked that, and you'll see my solution to the problem, because I too have that problem. It's loose. No Loctite on it. It's got these friction washers, and this very dry Hemi joint looks like it could do with some lubrication. I'm now drilling a hole through this stainless steel Allen head cap screw. Okay, so this is the Torx head screw that I've taken out. And these are the clutching washers. And what I'm going to do is I'll put in an Allen head cap screw, and I'll put the wire through here and I'll put it down onto this thing. I generally try to avoid using Loctite in these sort of threads, because when I come to take them off, they're usually a problem. They jam the thread up and cause all sorts of problems. So if there's a way around it, and what I'm going to do is use that cap screw that I've pre-drilled and some stainless steel wire. Tighten that in. My lock wire through here. And with my securing wire, even if the bolt loosens, at least I won't lose the bolt completely, out on a lonely trail somewhere.